Fox News.
For more now, we're joined by our KTVU political analyst, Brian Sobel, and just a few things on the plate, Brian.
Well, or another week in Washington. It's another way to say it.
Well, let's start with the Chief of Staff.
Yes.
Priebus is out, Kelly is in. Your reaction?
John Kelly, four-star Marine, somebody who's well-known in Washington, D.C., worked with people like Leon Panetta and other people. It will make a great chief of staff on one condition, that his boss allows him to run it the way he's supposed to, which is with discipline, getting everybody in line, being a gatekeeper.
How much of a role do you think that Scaramucci played in all of this? Because we all remember that tweet just yesterday in which he later deleted, in which he tagged Priebus, saying that he was going to contact the FBI about leaks.
Yeah. Sadly, we keep hearing this allusion to there needs to be an adult in the room. There needs to be an adult in the room, and maybe Kelly is it, because if you talk about Scaramucci or these other people, they spent more time trying to climb on top of each other to get ahead than they did taking care of the nation's business. That, to me, has been bothering me since day one. So the answer to your question is maybe something to do with it, although I think Priebus was on the hot seat for a really long time.
How about health care? Twice defeated now. They go into the wee hours of the morning, late last night, and it's a Republican senator diagnosed with brain cancer that cast the deciding vote. Can they work something out, or is it take a break and see what happens?
I think it's take a break for a while now, let cooler heads prevail. I think Republicans have to get over this very, very significant loss. This was one of the cornerstones of the president's campaign, and after 7 years, you keep hearing that phrase, they couldn't get it done. And then Democrats, for their part, they have to also come and play at some point too. They have to be part of the solution. You can't be part of the problem, you got to be part of the solution. So eventually, if they can finally just get back into a room and start talking about this, that'd be great, because there are so many other things on the docket that require bipartisan cooperation, tax reform, national security, Social Security, health care at some point again, but it all requires somebody getting along.
Yeah, and it seems like, though, no one wants to get along because no one wants to give President Trump any credit, and of course the Trump administration doesn't want to give Democrats any credit.
Well, that's right, and to your point, Frank, the idea that somebody who's very ill with advanced brain cancer flies out and casts that vote. And I think it really speaks to who John McCain was in his career.
Right.
He was happy to vote to have a debate, but he never said, I'm voting for the skinny repeal.
This to become law of the land.
And what kind of message is the public getting when the president continues to fire staff member after staff member?
Oh, it's just total chaos. I was kidding with somebody earlier that, you know, there's great political satire when you follow automobiles, and I saw a bumper sticker yesterday, and it said, elect a clown, expect a circus. And we've got, and no offense to all the Trump folks, but the point is that it's speaking to what's going on in the White House right now. There is no semblance of order, and John Kelly, I think, can bring order to the House.
Four-star Marine general.
We'll have to see what happens with that. We do want to bring up one thing that a lot of people are talking about. President on Long Island today, and during his speech, he sort of seemed to suggest that it's okay if police sort of rough up gang suspects. Let's go ahead and play that now.
We're getting them out anyway, but would like to get them out a lot faster. And when you see these towns, and when you see these thugs being thrown into the back of a paddy wagon, you just see them thrown in, rough. I said, please don't be too nice. Like when you guys put somebody in the car and you're protecting their head, you know, the way you put their hand over. Like, don't hit their head, and they've just killed somebody, don't hit their head. I said, you can take the hand away, okay?
It seemed to be suggesting there that police not worry about any potential fallout of roughing up some suspects.
Well, this is sort of classic Donald Trump. I mean, somebody else might say, hey, I've seen when they do the head thing, and why are they so nice? But he's a guy who says it. And you know what? he appeals to a lot of people because he does say what a lot of people think.
Well, his whole campaign was kind of based on that, you know, regular guy talk. This is what we're going to do.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, and half of America, you know, at that time voted for him, just slightly under half. And I'm sure a lot of those people still believe in everything he's talking about. And he still has the chance, by the way, to turn this thing around and get people working together. But he's got to get on it and lose that, you know, the Twitter account and other things.
Okay, we'll see if John Kelly perhaps is some of that
hopefully
steady.
for all of us. Yeah.